A crucial summit between Prime Minister Modi and Tarique Rahman is fast approaching even as India-Bangladesh border tensions reach a breaking point. The Bangladeshi Prime Minister will travel to New Delhi to meet Prime Minister Modi. India has invited Tarique Rahman to attend the outreach session of the 18th BRICS Summit, scheduled from September 12th to 13th. An outreach session is a meeting where leaders of countries that are not BRICS members are invited to participate. For now, Dhaka's foreign ministry has confirmed the invite. A ministry official told news agency ANI, "We have received the invitation and forwarded it to the Prime Minister's office for consideration." Dhaka is not a BRICS member and has expressed repeated interest in joining the BRICS, which was founded by Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. Bangladesh's bid is reportedly backed by China and Russia, but will ultimately depend on India's nod. As a founding member, India reserves the right to veto Bangladesh's inclusion if ties sour further over border infiltration or defense and security of the Siliguri corridor. Meanwhile, India has indicated that talks on the Ganga Water Treaty could also begin soon, and India is willing to listen to Dhaka's request. India's new High Commissioner to Dhaka, Dinesh Trivedi, spoke on the Ganga Water Treaty, which is set to expire in December this year. So Dhaka is running out of time. Speaking to reporters in Dhaka after meeting with Bangladesh's Foreign Minister Khalilur Rahman and its State Minister, the Indian envoy stated, "When the joint working group sits down with the relevant papers, everything will move in a positive direction." He stated, "There is no issue that cannot be resolved. Whatever is necessary in the interest of the people of both the countries will be done." Unquote. Now, the core problem behind the renewal of the 1996 Ganga Water Sharing Treaty involved the declining dry season river flows, changing political dynamics and disagreements over water allocation. Dry season water levels at the Farakka barrage in West Bengal have dropped and become harder to predict. Low water volumes make the old 50-50 sharing formula difficult to apply fairly. Uttam Kumar Sinha, a senior fellow at the Manohar Parrikar Institute for Defence Studies and Analysis, told ETV Bharat, "The technical committee between the two sides met in March and May this year." Sinha elaborated, "Regular meetings are happening. These are technical experts like hydrologists and civil engineers who are part of the Central Water Commission, and they're assessing the whole situation." One must note that despite all the talks of negotiations, the Modi government has not outrightly agreed to just renew the treaty on previous terms. Despite the discussions, even Dhaka is also pressing ahead with its own water projects, some of which appear to be against India's security interests. Now, one of them is inviting China for the Teesta River project right next to the Siliguri corridor, and more on this shortly. But Bangladesh's government has also approved a mega infrastructure project of its own, a barrage on the Ganga or the Padma River as it is known there, in the government's own framing to negate the negative impact of India's Farakka barrage upstream. Water Resources Minister Shahiduddin Chaudhary Ani said that the proposed Padma barrage is a matter of Bangladesh's own interest and there is no need for any discussion with India on this issue. Most importantly, the purpose of Farakka barrage was never about Bangladesh at all. It was built to save Kolkata port. By the 1950s, the Hooghly River that flows past Kolkata was silting up so badly that the port was losing navigability for the ships there. Thus, this was checked upstream at Farakka. Now, the Ganges or the Ganga Water Sharing Treaty was signed on December 12, 1996 by the then Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda and Sheikh Hasina. Our news report on India-Pakistan tensions was ranking among the top 5 in Google News videos. I am Shobhit Mittal. Do subscribe to Inconnect News for the most informative news content. India dictates the volume of water flowing into downstream Bangladesh, where it becomes the Padma River. Bangladesh relies on the Ganga River basin for about 37% of its total land area and 33% of its population, with nearly 1/3 of its 170 million people directly dependent on this Indian river and its water for their daily water supply, farming and fishing. The treaty guarantees each country a minimum share of water under specified flow conditions based on 10-day flow measurements. As talks continue, India's Ministry of External Affairs has kept its public position deliberately procedural.
We are prepared to engage with Bangladesh on all matters
NEA spokesperson Ranveer Jaiswal stated, "We have several rivers. In fact, 54 rivers are shared between India and Bangladesh, and we have a joint rivers commission, a structured bilateral mechanism to deal with issues pertaining to all the rivers that we share between India and Bangladesh." Dhaka says the treaty has left it short of water during the dry season. However, the claims lack context. The treaty distributes water based on available river flow, which keeps fluctuating. Bangladesh's water stress is also driven by factors such as shrimp farming, which change natural water flow by modifying coastal drainage, sea level rise, cyclones, and poor embankment management, not just upstream water flows from India. So 54 Indian rivers or rivers from India flow into Bangladesh. Renewal talks were first raised during Sheikh Hasina's June 2024 visit to India. India's crackdown on illegal Bangladeshi migrants, meanwhile, has scaled up sharply, which has become one of the major friction points between the two neighbors. West Bengal's government says nearly 5,000 illegal Bangladeshis have been deported since the BJP swept to power in West Bengal, with Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari stating, "From these centers, 4,800 Bangladeshi infiltrators have already been deported so far." He added that nearly 836 more are awaiting removal. He urged Bangladesh to take back its own citizens from India.
बांग्लादेशी जो नागरिक है उनका लेने का जिम्मेदार तो है.
India has also referred over 2,800 cases to Bangladesh for nationality verification, yet Dhaka has failed to complete formalities for over 5 years now. So is Bangladesh deliberately stalling the deportation of illegal Bangladeshi migrants from India?
Many of these requests which are still pending with the Bangladeshi side, and we hope and expect that they...
The deportation drive has also led to repeated border tensions and multiple standoffs between the BSF and BGB. One such attempt at Panchgarh on the 5th of June triggered a 75-hour standoff, with a local resident describing it as a warlike standoff with large deployments of BSF and the BGB. While talks on the Ganga Water Treaty continue, Bangladesh has also expanded its engagement with China. During Prime Minister Tarique Rahman's state visit to Beijing from June 12 to 26, the two sides signed 17 bilateral agreements, including advancing the Teesta River Comprehensive Management and Restoration Project. Former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina had clearly wanted India to manage this project, arguably to ease any Indian security concerns.
Because India is our just next door neighbor. We have very good relationship.
For India, Dhaka's decision to award the project to China eventually raises strategic concerns. With Chinese engineers expected to work near the Siliguri corridor, it increases surveillance and intelligence risks, including access to sensitive hydrological and terrain data. The Teesta River originates in Sikkim, flows through West Bengal into Bangladesh. The two countries have not signed any Teesta water sharing agreement. Bangladesh has also awarded China the Mongla Port Economic Zone, a project originally reserved for India in 2015 but dropped in October 2025. Now, China's Civil Engineering Construction Cooperation will develop the 110-acre zone located 80 kilometers from the Indian border and 188 kilometers from Kolkata. Both the projects sit uncomfortably close to India's Siliguri corridor, the narrow chicken neck connecting the northeast to the rest of mainland India.
ये भारत का भूमि है, कोई इसको हाथ नहीं लगा पाएगा.
But what do you believe? Should India link the Ganga Water Treaty to deportation of illegal migrants? And should India allow Dhaka's entry into the BRICS? Leave a comment, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.